Well, good morning. Today is March 17th, 2022, St. Patty's Day, and probably a day for the rest of my life that I'll remember Marie and the joy that she brought to Tracy's side of the family and all the lives that she touched while she was here with us. She was a very witty lady and always brought a smile to everybody's face. And I really appreciated the fact that she always tapped me whenever she needed to get something done and would give me the recognition and the praise, for assisting her. So, just an awesome lady, and just wanted to bring that to the forefront on St. Patty's Day. So, I wore green for St. Patty's Day, which I don't normally participate in, but in honor of her, I did do it today. So. Yesterday I did not have any after hours work, which is good because Brianna offered to take me out to a sushi bar, and it was close to work, so we didn't have to drive all the way to where we normally go, and didn't do it on the weekends when I normally have to stop doing the secondary source of income, and we got our fill. So we went to one place, Kura, I think Kura, and they had a 1 hour wait at that location, and so we put our name on the list and went over to Best Buy and walked around, looked at some major appliances, refrigerators and that type of stuff, TVs, computers, and when we got back it was still a 30 to 45 minute wait, and so we opted to find another place, and Brianna said that even though this was a place that she selected, it wasn't the place that she thought it was, and so we went literally 4 minutes away to roughly 15th Street in Camelback, and got our fill, and it was probably cheaper than the O2 sushi place, and had a really good time. So, but boy, got home, fed the dogs. I've got a list of things that I need to get done still at the house, but I crashed, and my belly was full with sushi and a good time with Brianna, and I just crashed. I woke up about 2:30, and I said, I'm going back to bed again, and I woke up at 5 and went back to bed again, and I'm just exhausted. So all of energy right now. Forgot to grab a statement that I need in order to reconcile the Quicken. So I guess that will be held off, but that's a good thing because that means we'll be able to focus on the once invested document today. So the market's slightly down today. Don't know if it's going to stay down, but it's kind of bouncing around the 34,000 level, which has been predicted. We're kind of in the right shoulder of a reverse head and shoulders movement, and so it's predicted to probably go down to I forget what the support level was, but it's going to go down to the support level for the left shoulder and complete that. So my guess is we're going to be in this state for probably a couple of weeks, and then there's a chance that it could go up, and so that gives Ukraine a couple of weeks still for some good news to come out of there that the market will react to, whether that be oil prices, pressure on the Biden administration, something to reverse direction. And so we'll see what comes to fruition, and but this is kind of the joy of technical analysis. So, and it's kind of predictive as well, that everybody sees the same patterns and everybody takes and makes the same moves, and as a result the patterns are fulfilled. So today's also payday, so we'll get that check today. We'll deposit that, transfer funds over into the personal account, and I think we have bills to pay such as electric, cable, Target, and possibly Amazon Visa, as well as Home Depot. So Got to do that, and like I said, I'm not doing any of the secondary source of income until probably Sunday night, which will give us a very small paycheck come Tuesday. And Tracy's tax return came in, and she's proceeded to pay off part of her credit card and make some purchases while in Kansas. At first I started to wig out about that because I didn't think that the funds were there, and I'm like, what are you doing? I told you that the funds that were in there were to be allocated towards paying off a credit card, and before just shooting off a message, I decided to check on the Chase checking account and saw that the dollar amount had come in for the tax return. And then of course most couples would sit down and communicate as to what their plans were for that, and hopefully be on the same page as far as debt reduction and that type of stuff, in order to set ourselves up for getting a home and or retirement. But I opted to just say, you know what, I don't care, and whatever she does with that amount of money is all on her. It will be something that will be brought to her attention that she dwindled all of that away, that none of the funds were something that I did anything with, and I'm just focusing on making the secondary sources of income with a primary job and the secondary job, and paying off debt. Right now we're waiting for the Progressive stuff to settle in so that we can start piling up cash again, and hopefully start creating some entities in order to be able to give ourselves some asset protection as we start to move down this path. So right now the primary focus is paying off debt, which we've achieved on one of those cards, and so now the idea is not to use that card. And there's a potential of making anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000 on a monthly basis. So pushing that out to say 6 months means $15,000 to 6 times 4 to $24,000, which should pay off all the credit cards. So the question is, can we stay focused, and can we make that amount of money, and can we be disciplined enough to pay off all of those cards? So that would obviously then free up cash flow in the family, and doing all of this when the rest of the world, the majority of the rest of the world, is really feeling the pinch of this current inflationary period, and high gas prices, et cetera, and high costs of food, and we should be doing just fine. So I'm thankful that I'm pursuing this, even though I'm getting some kickback, from other family members in doing so. So in the end, I will be proven right, and quite frankly, I really don't care. So if it's something that blows up the relationship, then I'm sitting in a good position and ready to move on. If everything stays intact, we're in a good position, and we move on. So Erin's set up for retirement. We're on the path for retirement. We're on a path for being able to work from home, regardless of what age we are. And so that's the plan. So after stage. The problem is, usually they come in twos. So the question is, when's the second one going to come? And it looks like any minute. Okay.